Hello, everyone. My name is Felipe, and I'm here with Charter Live every Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, telling you all the different things that are happening with the Charter for Compassion. As of now, we are going live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and LinkedIn simultaneously on our different platforms. And later on, we'll post this video as well on our Instagram page so that you have access in whatever platform you use. Today, we have the special opportunity to meet with Linda Huskes, who is the instructor for the upcoming course that begins this Monday called Crossing Borders. And we'll be watching a little trailer about the movie that was created about it before we meet up with her and have this conversation. So, as always, let me get into our homepage. Let me go here, right here, share screen and charterforcompassion.org. As always, you can check it out. You have all the different information, events, and things that are going on. One of the things that I wanted to bring attention to you is that as you go down, you can see the different blog entries that we have. And the last entry that we posted was from Merida about the Australian National Day of Compassion. This is happening on September 20th or September 21 for Australia, September 20th for us here in the Americas. And there is a link for each one of the sessions that are going to be presenting. They have been doing this Australian National Day of Compassion now for a couple of years, and it's been a very beautiful programming with voices from the continent down under. So you're more than welcome to join us and register there. You can just go all the way down on our homepage, click on Australian National Day of Compassion, our blog entries, and you can find access to all the different links that come in that entry. Next, on Wednesday, Wednesday, September 13th, we have our global read with Dasher Kellner and his book Awe. Dasher Kellner is a professor of psychology at the University of California, Berkeley, and he's part of the Greater Good Science Center. And he wrote this book about what it means to have awe, this sense of wonderment in life, and how that affects us in our daily lives. So very, very beautiful concept, and everybody is welcome to join us there. You can access that by going to either news and event, and you click on event calendar, and it will take you right here to the things of global read September right here. So CI Crossing Borders, which we're going to be talking about soon, and then global read that begins on September 13th, this Wednesday, and it's just a one-time event. So that is with Dasha Keltner. Now, I would love to show you a little trailer on Crossing Borders, which is the course that will be that will be starting with the charter this Monday. So pay attention to this 2-minute trailer, and then we'll welcome in Linda Huskes. Perfect. So let me welcome now. Let me just stop sharing my screen and bring to the screen Linda. Hi, Linda. How are you?
Hi, Felix. I can't hear you. I don't know if that's
You can hear
me.
me? Hmm. Can you hear me now?
So I'm on mute.
No, you're not on mute.
So I can see
What
you, but I can't hear you. It worked before.
what if you try to get back on the so click on the link again on the
You
email
want
that
me
I
to go
sent
out
you? Mm-hmm.
and
And
come
then come
back
back in.
in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so we removed Linda for now, but let me just share my screen while we're waiting for her to join us. So, Crossing Borders is a course that will be starting on Monday, September 11th. So, this Monday. It's for 4 weeks, so not 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and it's $30. And Linda is the instructor for that course. So, we'll wait for her to join us so that we can talk a little bit more about it. Let's see here. Hi, Linda. Maybe you can hear us, but we can't see you now. Uh, mm, no, I think that you still cannot. No, I don't think I can see you again. Will you try to get in again? Let's see if it works out. Well, so for now, let me just give you a little bit of a review of this while we were for Linda. So, as you saw in that video, there's people talking from different backgrounds and whatnot, and that's part of like a beautiful experience that Crossing Borders is all about, which is to. Oh, let's see now. Oh, there you go. I can see her. Hi, Linda. Can you see us and hear us?
Yes.
Yes. Perfect. And I can see you and hear you too. That means that everybody else can see you and hear you as well. Welcome
Perfect.
to the show.
Thank you so
Welcome.
much for having me.
Absolutely. So I was just telling people, the course Crossing Borders is starting this Monday, September 11th, through the Charter Education Institute, and you are the person that will be leading this course for 4 weeks. So I would like for you to introduce yourself. Tell us a little about you. Where are you joining us from?
So my name is Linda. I am joining you from Ireland, but I was born and raised in the Netherlands. But I've lived in Ireland now for a couple of years, for 7 years. And yeah, I have a background with a lot of different things that I did. So my background is in education. So I used to teach secondary school and university as well. And now I run a retreat center in Ireland with my husband, which is very different, but still sort of the same in the sense that, we're still here to connect people and to, in a different way with the retreat center, but essentially that's still what we want to do. And then I am so honored to work for Crossing Borders Education, which is a nonprofit organization that will offer you this 4-week course. So yeah, it's very exciting.
Awesome. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
So tell us a little about Crossing Borders and what's the point of Crossing Borders? Like, what is this
Yeah,
course about?
it's a good question. So I have to go back a bit to share maybe a little bit the way that Crossing Borders was founded. So after 9/11, Arndt Wechter, who is the founder of Crossing Borders Education and who's also the filmmaker of the documentary film that we will be watching in the course, he decided that wouldn't it be wonderful if we have all these American students who go on an exchange in Spain, and they would be at sort of like the east coast of Spain where you can almost see Morocco. And he was like, wouldn't it be wonderful if we can connect these students, connect Moroccan students with American students? So he set up this exchange program between American and Moroccan exchange students, whereby a group of American exchange students would go to Morocco, stay with students' families in Morocco, and do a whole trip through Morocco, visit different businesses, visit universities, and just getting to know each other with a view on, wouldn't it be wonderful if they can experience themselves, what it's like to be in a completely different culture instead of just listening to what's going on in the media and what people are saying about the other, but really learning from each other. And that exchange program was extended to invite different people from different countries, from different universities. And that's how I got involved. I worked at a university in the Netherlands. So we sent a few of our Dutch students on that exchange program in Morocco as well. And that is really what this course is sort of based on. So we're going to watch the documentary film Crossing Borders, where we follow 4 American and 4 Moroccan students taking a trip into Morocco. And it's really about how can we, learn about the other by deep listening, and in that way create really deep connections. We have also created a methodology that is virtual, but that is still really small in the way that it connects people. So it'll be a very interactive course where we really focus on little breakout rooms where people, in a very structured way, share their own stories based on the documentary. So based on information that you see in the film, but really share these feelings about, how aware are we ourselves about prejudices we have for other people, and trying to sort of verbalize that, but also to listen to stories from others, and giving people the space and the time to do that. So that's in a nutshell. I hope that was sort of clear. That's what we're trying to do within Crossing Borders, is to create deep connections in a virtual space. And that sounds a little bit sort of contrary, because you're like, how is that possible in a virtual space? But we think we found a methodology to do that.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, honestly, I think that after the COVID pandemic, we've realized that the internet and all the online communications that we can have do have two sides, right? That it is that one side that we think that like, oh, it's distracting our society and communications, but in reality, this shortens the distance that we might have, and we can talk to people in different parts of the world simultaneously. And so it all depends on how we see it, right? Yeah, and I think that it's such a wonderful opportunity for people to be able to take this course through the charter. This is a huge network of people that hopefully are interested in this, but it is so crucial to, at least to me, to hear stories of people that I would never probably communicate with before, or that I don't have any experiences with. Yeah. I think that, a clear example is parents that maybe have an idea of what people that are gay are like, and then they have a child that is gay, and their opinion fully changes because of this new experience that is a person in their lives. And so now their behavior and their perspective and their point of view on gay people changes because it's something that affects them directly. Yeah. So maybe in this case with this course, it might not affect me directly, but now I know a person that is going through something that I'm not going through, and I can get that insight from that and be more mindful and conscious about how I speak of those people in whatever situation it is.
Exactly. That's a really good example, because it really shows you that if you get a different perspective on a topic from someone else who has a very different experience than you, it can so help you in your communication with others. And that's really what we're trying to do. And because the methodology is so structured, because we all know that, discussions on sometimes difficult topics can really derail very quickly. And because of the way the breakout rooms are structured, there's a lot of space for people to share, but there's not a lot of space for a conversation to derail, if that makes sense. Because of the way we structured it. And for us, it's crucial that when you're in a small group, so when I talk about a small group, it's like 3 or 4 people in a breakout room, right? Okay. So I facilitate a bigger group, and then there'll be the actual connection happens in the small breakout room. So they're based on video clips. I think we saw that in the trailer, right? So we saw an example of what that would look like. So people will watch, it could be a clip from a film, it could be something from a TED Talk. Sometimes we work with podcasts, and on the basis of that, people get a prompt, and you get a bit of reflection time as well. So you get some individual space to think about what you just saw, and to think about what it is you'd like to share in this small group with people that you hopefully get a really deep connection with very quickly. And it's quite amazing. Every time I facilitate these sort of workshops, I'm amazed what happens in those small groups. It's really beautiful to see.
That's awesome.
I'm really looking forward.
And so, one last question: who do you think would benefit the most to take this course? Like, what kind of person would be, like, wow, this course really changed my life or something?
I think it's an interesting question. It's also really hard to answer. But what I've seen is that people who are usually quite outspoken, they're sort of like, oh, I get to go in this course and then share all my thoughts and ideas. And it's interesting to see that a lot of outspoken people were like, whoa, I had to really sit back and slow down and just listen to what other people were saying. And on the other hand, people who find it more difficult to sort of, vocalize their point of view or to share a personal story, we always say no story is too small to share. So it's not about something big you have to share. There's no, sort of like pressure to share something really personal. That's not what this is about. But people who find it hard to do that feel very safe in a small space because of the structure and because they know I'm going to get a bit of time and people are willing to listen to me. So it's interesting to see those two extremes. So in that sense, but of course, then everyone in the middle is very welcome too. But
yeah, absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
So,
No, that's great.
Yeah, I think
Please.
because the whole conversation is also built towards, because we're going to watch the documentary film Crossing Borders. So people who are really interested in sort of differences in cultural backgrounds, who don't know much about Moroccan culture, for example, who would love to get a little bit more insight there, this would be an ideal workshop to really attend. Because it gives you the opportunity to really look at, people from a very different perspective and to learn something from how others see you as well.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. So let me just once again share the screen here. You can have more information about the course. There will be, so there are 3 Zoom sessions. Is that correct?
That is right. Yeah. So the first one is on the 18th. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, so everybody, you can sign up for, you can start the course tomorrow or this Monday. You will have a week to review the material, and your first meetup will be Monday the 18th, second the 25th, and then October 2nd.
That's
perfect.
Right.
You can learn more about the course here on this website that I have shared the link on our comments. But I will be posting it on other social media as well. Linda, thank you so much for taking the time to join us to share a little bit about yourself, about the course. Is there anything else that you would like to leave us with before we end this session?
There's one thing that I didn't mention that I think is really important. So the filmmaker, Arndt, he's joining us on the final session of the course when we actually discuss the film. So that's another reason to sign up for the course.
Woo, get to know the director. How cool is that? Added plus. Cool. Awesome. Once again, Linda, for joining us, and everybody else that is watching us, thank you so much for taking the time to know about what's going on with the charter. We'll be seeing you next Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, as we always do. Bye.
Thank you.